Hello, welcome to the JCPod, presented by JCPod091 Sports. I'm your host, Jaden Chandler Parnell. Hey man, we're already doing another weekend of football. Got week 5 of the NFL, week 6 of college, 48 straight days of football started yesterday. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, man. Well, first basically we'll go over Pickem, college bets, NFL bets, and then at the end, we're going to go over my futures a little bit. We're 1 month through the season. I want to just kind of talk about my futures, where they're at, how we're doing with those so far. I'll save that for the end. We'll do all the stuff in the beginning. Before we do this, though, real quick shout out to the Major League Baseball. We had 4 sweeps yesterday. Let me go through them real quick. Blue Jays get swept. Shout out to the Twins. The Twins were able to sweep. Phillies able to sweep. Congrats to them. Texas Rangers able to sweep. Congrats to them. And then the good old D-backs. Congrats to them. They're able to sweep as well. Also, shout out Jacksonville State. Continue to be a money machine for me. Love them, man. Alright, but hey, yeah, like any further ado, I'll see you guys all on the pick'em board. Yeah, as you can see for the season, last week got a little bit rough for me. I dropped back basically about 15 or so points. I'll just be honest, I sucked last week. That's all honestly. So we're trying to do a little bit better this week. So we're gonna go straight in. I really thought I was gonna pick Bears for a minute after they almost won last week, but I just can't do it, honestly. Sorry, Bears fans, can't really pick them there. I think Buffalo will probably win in this spot, even after the way Jacksonville played last week. This is a tough one. I'm going to take Houston, but this is one of those situations where, don't get me wrong, the Texans have been very impressive, but I think a lot of people this is where people start to overhype them and everything, because you see almost 70% of people on Texans. However, Desmond Ritter's still starting quarterback for the Falcons, so I don't know what, like I said, I still don't know what he is. So I'm going to take them. Detroit at home, give me them. Colts, baby. Give me the Colts to beat the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee had a really impressive game last week, though, so it does scare me a little bit, I'll admit. Miami, New York. Give me Miami. I think New York they need to find themselves a little bit. I think New England needs this win bad. I'm going to take New England, man. I have not been impressed with my team. Derek Carr so far, and he's playing injured, which do not like that. We will take Baltimore, I guess. Yeah, we'll take Baltimore. I don't think Mitch will do too much. I was trying to remember I don't think Kenny Pickett's playing, so yeah, I'm going to take them for sure. Give me Philly, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams steal one here. I don't think they necessarily will, because all it takes is, I just think because of the pass rush and the front. I'm going to take Cincy here. I just can't pick Arizona, even though they've been a lot more impressive. I've seen a lot more from them. This is just going to be a low-scoring game. I'm just not going to take Arizona. I'd rather be wrong with Cincy than take Arizona. Because I don't know. I mean, Arizona's been so competitive, though, so that is very tempting for me. I won't mind. That one's very tempting. Denver versus the Jets. I'm shocked, honestly, that people... I'm shocked that these aren't the favorites after what everyone saw. I thought everyone would be all over him because of what they saw from Zach Wilson. Denver doesn't have a good defense. Brees Hall's going to be 100% back. I like the idea of the Jets being able to do stuff offensively after what I saw against the Chiefs defense. So I'm going to take them. Kansas City over Minnesota, give me Kansas City. San Francisco over Dallas, give me San Fran. Even though I'm very, very excited for this game on Sunday night. And Green Bay, Vegas, give me Green Bay, baby. I'm not taking Vegas. You won't see me pick Vegas very much this year either. They have players coming out saying they're tired of losing. They just want to win. That ain't a good sign. We'll go 24-28 for this one. Most points this week. Who do you think is going to score the most? Probably Miami because of how bad the Giants can be. So we'll go Miami, and then the least. The tiebreakers haven't come into effect yet, so we'll, thankfully at least. So I really need them to, but now here's where we... Oh, by the way, so if you're wondering why there's only 14 this week instead of 16, we got 4 teams on bye. I think it's the Chargers, Seahawks. Yes. Chargers, Seahawks, Buccaneers, and I can't remember the 4th team. I'll give a double check real quick for everybody. I want to say it's Cleveland. That's who it was. That's not who I wanted to say, by the way. That's not who I thought it was, but that's who it is. Yeah, so now we'll go through basically the picks. So my highest for this week is probably going to be Detroit. Detroit's been really impressive this year. I mentioned on my show, I mentioned on Captain by Hook with the Red Beard. They have a chance to be they could be 6-2 by the time they get to their bye, so I think this is a good spot for them. My 15 then, I'll probably, my 13. I'm probably going to go with Miami. These are the two, I'm in a survivor pool, and these are the two teams I was deciding between, so I'm probably just going to put those two as my two highest. So then my next highest would be 12. For my 12, I'm going to put a 10 right here, just because they're on the road. If they were at home, I'd probably put my 12 there, but I'm just a little bit... We'll give some credit to Minnesota for being at home. A little bit there for that. 12, though. I don't know where to put my 12 right now. I'm struggling, boy. We'll save that for a minute. I don't want to put it right there, though. So we'll start going the other way now. My one game, I'll probably make this my 2 or 3. Because the Jets, I'll make that a 4 for right now. Dallas, yeah, I don't mind that at all. I'll put 5 on San Fran. I'll put a lower number on Green Bay just because I'm not fully for sure what to expect from them. Philadelphia and the Rams, I'll probably put. Oh, now I'm going to stuck with tall numbers on games I don't like. They're going to see a lot of bouncing around for a minute because I don't know where I'm going to put a lot of these numbers. Washington against the Bears, I'll probably put I don't mind putting an 8 on that. They should have beat the Eagles, by the way. They should have beat the Eagles. That was a really, really close one. I guess this has to be my 12 by default. I'll make this I'll actually make this my 4. I'll make this my 5. I'll basically just go up 1 right here with all these. So that leaves me left with 1, 7, 9, and 11. Like I said, this leaves me with my 1. This leaves me with 1, 7, 9, 11. My one game is probably going to be Indy because this is a true toss-up. They both have been playing eerily similar. I don't mind. I'm going to put this as a 9. Eagles against the Rams, I'm going to make this a 6. So I'll make... This San Fran number is going to get too big at a certain point. And then my 11. I'm not putting 11 on New England. We'll find out. We'll just basically... Here we go. This is usually what I do sometimes when I'm stuck. I end up just boosting everybody up a point. So we'll go 9. So like, for example, we'll boost them up a point, and then that leaves... Kansas City with the 11, and then boom, I have my 8 left. We'll make this a 6, 7, 8. I don't mind that at all. I won't lie to you, I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know how I feel about my numbers. We'll look at the group picks real quick. So this is what we got for this is what I got for this week. A little bit nervous, I won't lie. This is a weird week, man. There's a lot of weird matchups where it's like, man, I don't feel confident putting my high numbers on this one again. I think it's just going to be starting to become the theme of the off-season where it's just hard for me to put bigger numbers on some of these teams. But yeah, man, that's probably going to do it for Pickem. Like I said, a little bit nervous about some of my picks. I like some of the... I don't know. This is probably going to be one of those weeks where I'm either going to be in the middle of the pack or winning. I just don't... I don't know. It's a little weird week in the NFL a little bit. But yeah, with that done, I'll see you back on the gridiron for some college bets. I also forgot to move myself the whole segment. Usually I move myself over to the other side, so we're doing great, baby. So now we're going to go through some college bets. Last night I was on FAU plus 6.5 in Jacksonville State, plus 3.5 in Moneyline. Jacksonville State plus 3.5 in Moneyline. Covered for me. They came roaring out of the second half, so that was awesome to see. Not so good for... Not so good for FIU, which I guess is going to happen, but hey, we'll take it. So yeah, like I said, going into some of these college bets, there's a few I have written down, but I'm not fully like, let's just say I don't have a full slate written down, so we're about to go through that basically right now. Tonight, you got Western Kentucky and Louisiana Tech taking on Sam Houston and Liberty, as well as the Bears Commanders. It's a poop bowl tonight, baby. I'm not taking much of anything. At least tonight-wise. I don't got any leans. I don't got much of anything. It's just truly a poop bowl. I'm sorry. I was trying. So the first bet I have for Friday. So like I said, I got nothing for you Thursday, college-wise. Friday, we're gonna take Nebraska on the spread. This is probably one of the few times I'll be able to bet Nebraska again this year. I just don't. I don't like Illinois. That's basically the best way to put it. The way Illinois has been playing this year, Illinois has been putrid. They just got sorry, it's still making the number's still 3.5. I'm gonna jump on it while I can. They were putrid against Purdue. They got absolutely boat raced by Purdue. Absolutely destroyed. That was kind of embarrassing. So that's probably going to lean there. I do lean Kansas State over Oklahoma State. It's just such big of a number. Oklahoma State's not been too good this year, though, so we'll see. I might end up hopping on it, but not 100% sure. So, yeah, right now my only play for Friday is Nebraska plus 3.5. So that'll take us on to Saturday. As of right now, I got 3 games written down. We're going to go through... There's a lot of games I like, though, so we'll go through some of the games I like. Alright, I'll go over some games I like and also games I'm interested in and looking at. So the first one I'm interested in looking at is Ohio State versus Maryland. Maryland's been boat racing a lot of teams. They've been winning by a lot. This is their first real test. It's Tua's little brother. This one is a quarterback for them. Man, I don't know. I want to lean Maryland. Plus 20 is a lot of points. I'm probably going to end up taking that if we're being honest. That's just way too many points. It's 19.5 in some of my books. If I can get it back to 20.5, I'll take it. If not, I'll probably leave it be. But this is about the same number that IU was at when they played Ohio State, and they were able to cover. So I think Maryland's offense hopefully will be able to keep them in a little bit closer, so I don't mind that at all. LSU, Missouri. My initial lean is Missouri at home, given the points. But I'm not going to... LSU, because LSU just keeps losing. They keep losing against teams they probably should beat, and I just don't know how to... read them. By the way, though, shout out LSU, Greg Brooks Jr. He had surgery for some brain cancer, had a lot of that going on. That's some tough stuff, man. You're just as a young kid, too. Prayers up to him, man. Like I said, though, I'm probably going to lean Missouri in this game. I'm not going to take anything for sure. Oklahoma, Texas. Another game I don't have too much in, but I lean Texas. I'll probably try to get Texas if I can. It's at 6.5 right now. I don't mind that. I'm scared, man. I don't know what to expect from either of these teams. I think I like Texas to win. I just don't know. I don't have a number set in my head that I like them to win by. Washington State, UCLA. My tended lean is Washington State. I just learned this the other day. They're fighting for a football team. You know what? I'm going to take Washington State. Give me the Cougars, man. They are fighting for a football team right now. Remember, I did not realize this. Apparently, there's a realistic chance that they lose their football team. I did not realize that was even a thing. They're such a, I don't want to say tradition and storied college football program, but they're really good, man. Like they have a really good history. They're plus 3.5 right now. I'm gonna be all over that. Yeah, I don't mind the plus 3.5 at all. The pivotal number because you get the hook if they keep it close. I mean, UCLA offensively has not impressed me too much this year. While on the other side, Washington State has been able to keep in some games, and they had a really good big win against Oregon State a week or two ago. So give me Washington State, man. That's one of the teams I like. Again, I'm gonna watch on Florida State, Virginia Tech, just to see what Florida State does. They need a win. They need to win a big win. They beat Clemson last week in overtime. That's huge. This is a game where it's like, hey, win big. Don't even think about it. Move forward. I'm interested to see if they do that. Because next week they have Syracuse, Duke, and Wake Forest the next 3 weeks. So they got some conference play upcoming. So they need to start winning some conference games. This is a good chance to beat up on another conference opponent. UNC, Syracuse. My general lean is UNC. They're coming off a bye, 4-1 against the spread. Syracuse I don't know if Syracuse is still dealing with injuries, but they were dealing with injuries earlier. They still kind of are, but it's not for sure. So yeah, basically, my lean is UNC. I don't know if I'm going to take this game, so we're going to move on to next. Alabama's now minus 1.5. I am about to jump on this. Literally, this is one of the few ones I'm going to jump on as we speak. I don't get it. I don't understand why Alabama's not favored by more. Texas A&M doesn't have their quarterback this year. I think a lot of people are seeing this record, and I just don't get it. They got This team got absolutely destroyed by Miami. Absolutely destroyed. Texas A&M got destroyed by Miami. And all of a sudden, they're going to keep it close against Alabama. Like, just comparing, I know that's like one of the few things you shouldn't do is be comparing across like matchups occasionally, but that's just something. When I've watched, you watch Alabama. Alabama's, I think, played a tougher schedule. One and two, they are just. I think they're just a better team in general than A&M. If I'm being real, this on for me, I don't know. I could just be totally wrong. I could just be living in Alabama of the past, but seeing Alabama -1.5. That is just shocking. Yeah, they are -1.5. I don't get that at all. I'm about to jump on that right now as we speak. Just placed. Alabama -1.5. Give it to me. This was at 2.5. It's dropped. I don't get it. I would even be tempted to take Alabama money line if you want. Alabama money line's -120. If you don't want to sweat out the 1.5. I'll probably end up hopping on that too, if we're being honest. I just don't get how they aren't favored over Texas A&M. I've not been impressed with what I've seen from Texas A&M this far. Texas A&M, they got the doors blown off them by Miami, and since then they played Louisiana Monroe, played Auburn, beat them 27-10, and then Arkansas. I think that's what people think. It's because Auburn only lost by Auburn didn't even play. Sorry, I'm thinking of a different game. Sorry, Auburn played Georgia this week. That's what I was thinking of. That's on me. But yeah, you go to Tennessee. You go to the only loss for Alabama is Texas, and Texas has been really good. Other than that, last 2 weeks they've played Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Give me Alabama, man. I've spent way too long in this game. Give me Alabama. Moving on. Sorry, what I was looking at with Alabama had a lot of my stuff on it. So we're gonna move on now. Purdue, Iowa only favored by 2.5 over Purdue. I'm good, man. I am good. I'm not. The number seems a little low, but also I don't want to bet on Purdue, and I don't want to sweat Iowa with a backup quarterback when they already don't have offense, so I'm out. Texas State versus Louisiana. I am tempted to get Texas State. This number's at 2.5 right now. If I can get to 3, that's gonna be. If I can get them to 3, I'm definitely gonna take that. But as of right now, it's at 2.5. I don't know if it's gonna move that direction, so I'm gonna stay away a little bit. UCF takes on Kansas. I am tempted to take Kansas here. I don't know if Jalen Daniels is starting, though, for sure. If Jalen Daniels starts, I'll probably end up taking Kansas. But apparently, as of right now, he sat out Monday in practice, and he has not practiced a lot this week, so it sounds like Jason Bean is starting. Which I don't mind either. That might be a good live spot for me, but I don't know. I might end up staying away. This is another bet I have for sure. Give me Colorado -4 against... Colorado -4 against Arizona State. I think Colorado's going to handle their business. They played really good against USC last week in the second half. So I think they're going to keep the momentum rolling moving on in the next week. Travis Hunter's out for as of right now. So they're probably going to play Arizona. They play Arizona State and Stanford before their bye. Sounds like they're going to keep Travis Hunter out until then. So I am very curious to see how they do without him still. They've done good so far. I want to see if they can continue it. They got Michigan -19 against... Minnesota. Give me Michigan to cover here. I think this is Michigan covered last week against Nebraska or Rutgers, whoever it was. I'm pretty sure it's Nebraska. I like Michigan to cover again here against. Now that they're playing some Big Ten teams, I like them to do a little bit better. I think they're going to cover against a Minnesota team that has been subpar this year, if we're being honest. I haven't liked what I've seen from this Minnesota team either. Their quarterback's basically, I think it's in his first year playing, so he's trying to get his feet under and figure everything out. So I'm going to be on Michigan right there. I'm going to take Notre Dame on the spread versus Louisville. Louisville has not played anybody impressive yet this year so far. They played NC State. They barely beat NC State. They beat Boston College big, I'll admit, but they barely beat Indiana versus Notre Dame, who has had two big games in a row now against Ohio State and Duke. So if anything, they are ready to go. This is Louisville's first big game of the year. I think they potentially could keep it close, but this is one of the best Notre Dame squads I've seen in my lifetime. So I'm going to be on Notre Dame here, minus the points, which is about 6.5. I'll double check to make sure that number hasn't moved too much. But I believe that it should be still minus 6.5. It looks like it potentially you might even be able to get to a 6 or a 5. We'll see though if the lines moves any that way. Fresno State, Wyoming, that's another game I'm interested in keeping an eye on. I'll see how either of those teams do. Oregon State, Cal, interested in that game, see how they do. And then the same thing with USC, Arizona. Just interested to see if USC can win big after Arizona gave Washington, a little bit of a scare last week. I wonder if USC is going to come in and kind of not pay attention to what happened last week, or if they're going to come in guns a-blazing. But yeah, that does it for my college bets. That's all my college bets for the week. So far, to go over them. Nebraska plus 3.5 tonight. Colorado -4. Alabama -1.5. Michigan -19.5. Maryland plus 20.5 if I can get them there. I'll probably end up just taking Maryland regardless. And Washington State plus 3.5. That's what we got for college, man. Small little slate, not too much this week, but we love it. So that brings us into the NFL. I won't lie to you. Every bet for Thursday night, you'll probably have to, for tonight's game, you'll probably have to check out my article on Stare Down Sports. I won't lie to you. I didn't do too much prepping for this Bears Commanders game because I'm not trying to. I don't know if I want to bet it, man. I'll probably bet off the top of my head stuff I might like. I'm probably gonna take Brian Robinson to score, assuming his odds aren't absolutely juiced. He's minus 165. That's the only guy I like. So, maybe it's a commit. We got something for the Nasty Boy. I'm going to probably put something together for Nasty Boy. I'll probably have 1 or 2 props on some stuff, but I don't know what I'm going to take in this game, so check out Stay Down Sports for my article on it, because I really don't got any bets for you. I'll probably just place like 2. I'll find 2 that I like throughout. I'll have this article out by about, hopefully before noon, and by then hopefully I'll find at least like 1 or 2 bets I like. But coming off the rip, just looking right now, I don't like much of anything. So I'm not gonna just take anything just yet. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time looking because especially this game, Bears Commanders, man. I'd almost recommend not betting it. I wouldn't be shocked if I end up not betting something at all. Jacksonville against the Bills. Bills 5.5 point favorites. That's a little too much, man. That's a little too much. I'm probably gonna. That might be in teaser territory, if anything. So then that moves on. The Detroit Lions 10-point favorites over the Panthers. That, again, a little too big. I don't know if I can take it. I'm probably going to lay off it. I don't know. The next game, the Falcons are favored by 2 over the Texans. And the more I look at that game, the more I kind of want to take the Falcons. But I don't know how many times I can get burned by the Falcons this year before I just decide not to take them at all. So we're going to leave. I'm not going to change my pick'em number. We're going to leave it there. I'm just not going to take it. If anything, I might lower it 1 or 2. But I'm not going to take the Falcons. I just can't. Although if I were to bet Falcons -2, it's not. I can't. We are going to bet this game, staying away. So we got the Colts as 2.5 point dogs. The Titans. I'm definitely going to take this. I'll take Colts spread here. I'll probably end up, personally for me, I'm probably going to take Colts money line as well, but I'm not going to give that out. But that's just something I'm probably going to take, especially if I can get this Colts number 3.5. That's going to be a for sure grab by me. Especially at home, I think the Titans and the Colts potentially split a series, so I'm going to try to get the Colts at home. Ravens -4 against the Steelers. These are some tough 9s this week. I think I'm going to. The only thing is, it's a division game. I think it's going to be tough. Mitchell Trubisky is starting, though, so I'm going to take the Ravens -4. I think this is going to be a really tough game. I think it's going to be a close game for a while, but I think that the Ravens will be able to maybe pull away late, maybe get ahead by a touchdown late if they do. So I'm going to take the Ravens -4. I am very, very nervous about it, though, because it's a division game. The Miami Dolphins are 10.5 point favorites over the Giants. That might be in teaser territory. Quick, off the top of my head. Lions teaser, Dolphins teaser, and you go. Well, not a different team. Those are 2 teams that are in teaser territory potentially, but I don't know. I'm not a big teaser guy as of late, so we'll see. Patriots 1 point dog to the Saints. That is very tempting to take the Steelers right there, especially if they're plus money, but that might be a stay away for me. Eagles -4.5 over the Rams. Eagles, that's a stay away because it's just 4.5 is just a weird number. Bengals -3 over the Cardinals. I am very tempted. If this gets to 3.5, I almost want to take Cardinals, but I don't think I can bet on the Cardinals this year, right? I don't think so. I think I'm probably going to just stay away. Chiefs -4 against the Vikings. I'm going to take this one. The Chiefs have been having issues covering this year, but Vikings have not been the best this year either. I think this is going to be a tough game for the Chiefs, so the Vikings are playing tough, but I think the Chiefs will be able to pull away a little bit late. Especially after the Jets last week, I think the Chiefs are going to have a little bit of a step-up week. Mahomes came out and said, I need to play better. Here's a game I'm for sure taking. Give me the Jets money line. It's only 1.5 now. If it gets to 2 or 3, I'll take the points as well, but I like the Jets over the Broncos. I don't understand how the Broncos are favored, especially. I mean, I guess I do because of what happened last week, but you compare the performances from last week. The Broncos went down 28-7 to the Bears, and it took a Herculean comeback to win. The Jets played a very competitive game against the Broncos, and Zach Wilson actually looked decent. So give me Zach Wilson and the Jets. Let's see if they can do something special, man. 49ers minus 3.5 over the Cowboys. If I can get this to 2.5, I'm going to take the Niners. If not, I'll probably just stay away. I'll probably take Christian McCaffrey to score a touchdown here. He's been doing amazing, so that's going to be my prop bet. I'm going to give out for this game a CMC to score a touchdown. He's been scoring every game. And then Monday night, I'm going to be on the Packers -1. I do not like the Vikings. I do not like the Raiders this year, so I'm going to be all over Packers -1. But yeah, that's probably going to do it for the week, man. I think I got all my bets placed down, so we're going to go run through the real quick Friday. Nebraska plus 3.5. By the way, 47 now days straight of college football, man, and NFL football. I can't wait, man. There's going to be 47 days straight of football. I'm very, very juiced for it. I didn't give out my hot seat coach of the... I guess I did. Eberflus, hot seat coach of the week. Yeah, Thursday, I got nothing for you. Check out Stare Down Sports. I will have an article written, at least giving out something in the Commanders Bears game. I gotta find something I like. You're gonna have to give me a second. Yeah, I'm gonna be digging deep to find something in that game that I like. So for Friday, I got Nebraska plus 3.5. Saturday, Colorado -4. Alabama -1.5. Michigan spread. Hopefully I can get that 20.5. Or excuse me. Maryland spread. I hope I can get a 20.5. It's at 19.5 right now. Michigan is about at 19.5. I like that. Anywhere under 21, I think Michigan wins by 3 touchdowns. So yeah, Michigan -19.5. Maryland plus 20.5. Washington State plus 3.5. That leads me into Sunday. I got the Colts spread at plus 2.5. I will take. Hopefully I can get a 3.5. I would love the money line as well, but I'm not going to give out the money line. That's just a fan vote picking me. We got the Ravens -4 over the Steelers, the Chiefs -4 over the Vikings, Jets money line over Broncos, and I got CMC to score a touchdown for the 49ers, and we got the Packers to win on Monday night. So that does it for that. We're going to end this episode basically we're going to go over some of my futures and how they've been going. I won't lie, I forgot to write down the stats again, so there's some that I might look up, but there's a decent amount of them that I can, off the top of my head, just knowing where some numbers are at, I should be able to do decent. So yeah, we're going to start with, so basically I have the Titans winning the division. I think they're leading the division by technicality, so technically I think that was a good pick. They are not leading the division. Everyone in the division's 2-2, so technically nothing. So yeah, we got that there. The Chiefs for the #1 seed in the AFC. Not terrible. That was a plus 320. I picked the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl. That one, I won't lie. That one's looking that one's looking suspect. I did tell you to wait. Don't get the best odds you can on them. This is probably the best odds you will be able to get on them right now. I got Anthony Richardson, Rookie of the Year. I don't know how that's doing. I got the Colts to score a touchdown in every game. That's still alive. They're still doing well. The first official loss on my, let me find my red pen. Where's my red pen at? Where's that red pen at? I can't find my red pen. There it is. We got our first official loss, man. The Colts have 1 rushing touchdown every game. They're probably going to finish the year with it, and they're going to miss by 1, max 2 games. Of course, Anthony Richardson was out against the Ravens, so they weren't able to get a rushing touchdown there. First loss off the board. That really hurts. We got the Colts over 6.5 wins. Ain't doing too bad, man. They got 2 wins. We're about a quarter of the way there. The next one I got James Conner rushing touchdown. I don't think he has too many. He has 2 rushing touchdowns as of now. So we're 2 out of 10. That's not too bad. We'll take that. The next one we got Mahomes over 40 touchdowns. I don't even think, passing wise, I don't think this one's too close. They started the week at 2, 4, 5. So we got 8 of 40. Not horrible, honestly. I thought we're about on pace right now. I'm trying to think of the math. Cut the season in the quarters with the extra game. We're kind of on pace right now. Justin Herbert, I have him to score 40 passing touchdowns as well. This one, he has 7, so he's sort of on pace as well, but he's got a little bit behind. The next one I had, this one's probably not going to be as good. I had Garrett Wilson to score I had Garrett Wilson 10-plus touchdowns. I don't think that one's going to happen too well. He's looking like he has 2 of 10. That one's going to be really, really scary. I got Tyreek Hill to score 10 touchdowns. Some of these are going to be, some of these are starting to get a little bit better than I enjoy. Like Tyreek Hill to score 10 touchdowns, I think he's on a really good pace. He's at 4 of 10, so I really like that. I have Tua to score 30-plus passing touchdowns. By the way, sorry I'm looking away. I have to look up the numbers as I'm going because I don't have them written down. I have them on a different sheet. So passing touchdowns, 7, 8. Tua has 9 of 30, so Tua so far looks the best out of all of them. He has 9 passing touchdowns already. As long as he stays healthy, I think he should be able to hopefully hit the number the way they've been playing. A.J. Brown, I have him to score over 10 touchdowns. He has 2 right now. I got them both last game. He's gotten a few robbed from him, so that one really hurts. I won't lie. I have Jalen Hurts on 30 passing touchdowns. I don't think this one's even close, if we're being real. He has 5. Yeah, that one's probably going to be one of the ones that's going to lose as well. Saquon Barkley. Saquon being out hurts, but I have him to score 10 rushing touchdowns I gave out at the beginning of the year. He has 1. Man, that one's tough. I also gave out Hyatt to score 10-plus touchdowns at a long shot if you really like it. I'm not even going to look that up because they aren't using him. Another story of a team that drafted a guy not to use him. Gotta love it. So that leaves me with DK. So I got basically 49ers score 1 touchdown every season. That is confirmed. That's basically happened so far. I'm not going to say it's confirmed as it's winning, but so far it's happened every game. I like that one a lot at even money. I can't believe they gave that out plus 100. DK Metcalf to score 10 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey. We'll go to him instead. Christian McCaffrey to score 10 rushing touchdowns. He is at about 6, I think, 6 or 7. So he's probably going to hit that before the halfway season mark. That's probably going to be one of the first futures to cash. DK Metcalf, he has 2 touchdowns of 10. Not a horrible start to the year. That leaves us with 2 guys left, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Mike Evans. Amon-Ra, we'll check his numbers real quick. Sorry, I had to pull him up as well. Amon-Ra, he has 2 touchdowns, so that's kind of scary. And Mike Evans, I think, is doing a lot better than... I think Mike Evans is one of my better ones. Yeah, he has 3. So yeah, that's all my futures real quick, just to briefly rush over them. The ones I remember off the top of my head. The Colts have a touchdown every game. That's still alive, doing well. Tyreek Hill to score a touchdown every game. That's doing all right. Tua's on pace to do really good with his. Mahomes is on pace to maybe hit it, but it's going to be close. The Titans are tied for their division. A.J. Brown has 2 touchdowns. He's going to be a little bit scary. Metcalf's a little bit scary. 49ers have a touchdown every game so far, so that one's doing really good. Christian McCaffrey looks like it's going to be the first one to hit. And yeah, that about does it for the week, man. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate all the support. It's been a great season so far, man. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of good action, and now we get to just go into another weekend of greatness. So I appreciate all the watching. I appreciate all the support. Check out Stare Down Sports, like I said, for my bets for the weekend. It's going to be everything I talked about here, plus maybe 1 or 2 that I like that I didn't think about now. And then, yeah, Friday I'm going to appear on Captain by Hook with the Red Beer with my boy Rowan. We're going to talk about some football. Probably going to be quicker, man. I feel like he's going to kick me out to talk about some baseball, man. I think I'm gonna have my runtime cut a little bit short now that we got some baseball playoffs. So, no, I do appreciate everyone watching though. So yeah, if you want to check me out there, I'll be appearing on Captain by a Hook with the Red Beard on Friday, per usual. If not, I'll see everybody back on this feed on Tuesday to go over all the games and everything that happened for the weekend. So hey, man, let's just have a weekend, man.